a deep dive into the Detroit Lions' victory and the Bears' collapse. The Detroit Lions continued their dominant campaign, edging out the Chicago Bears 23-20 in a game that showcased their resilience and exposed the Bears' glaring weaknesses in coaching and late-game management. With this win, the Lions extended their record to 11-1, while the Bears faltered to 4-8. Yet, despite the Lions' impressive season, the headlines from this clash revolved around the Bears' inexplicable decision-making, particularly in the game's dying moments. The context: Lions versus Bears. The matchup was competitive throughout, but the ending proved pivotal. Chicago, with a chance to tie the game, squandered their final opportunity, leaving fans and analysts in disbelief. Caleb Williams, the Bears quarterback, was sacked on a crucial second and 20 play with 36 seconds left. Despite having a timeout, the Bears failed to regroup effectively, ultimately letting the clock expire without even attempting a field goal to force overtime. This sequence of errors was emblematic of deeper issues within the Bears coaching staff, particularly head coach Matt Eberflus, whose post-game defense of the team's decisions left little room for optimism. Critical moments of the game. Late-game mismanagement. After Sack left the Bears facing 3rd and 26, the team had options. Call a timeout immediately, attempt a quick sideline pass, or even a short run to position themselves for a manageable field goal. Instead, confusion reigned, and the Bears allowed the clock to run out while still holding a timeout. Analysts like Ryan Clark and Chris Canty were quick to call this a fireable offense, pointing out that such errors are unacceptable at the NFL level. Eberflus post-game defense. Following the game, Eberflus insisted, "We did it the right way," referring to their decision to hold onto the timeout. This statement drew sharp criticism, as it seemed to ignore the fundamental misstep, failing to give the team a chance to tie the game. His inability to acknowledge the mistake was viewed as a troubling sign of leadership disconnect. Player frustration. Bears players, including Caleb Williams and Keenan Allen, expressed disappointment, with some hinting at frustration over the coaching staff's decisions. The team's effort in driving 75 yards from their own 1-yard line to set up a scoring opportunity was wasted by poor execution at the most critical juncture. Analysis. What went wrong? The game highlighted several recurring issues with the Bears under Eberflus. Inconsistent game management. This isn't the first time the Bears have struggled with clock management and situational awareness. Similar lapses occurred against the Vikings and Commanders earlier in the season. Failure to adapt. The Bears' inability to react effectively after the sack demonstrates a lack of preparedness for high-pressure scenarios, something every NFL team should drill extensively. Lost locker room? The disconnect between the coaching staff's decisions and the players' execution suggests waning confidence in leadership, a critical issue for any team. Implications for the Bears. Eberflus' tenure as head coach seems increasingly untenable. At 5-19 in one-score games, the worst record for any NFL coach in such situations, his inability to close out games is a glaring weakness. Many analysts believe the Bears should take the unprecedented step of firing him mid-season. The rationale is clear. Continuing under his leadership risks further eroding player morale and delaying the team's rebuilding process. The Lions' quiet dominance. While much of the focus has been on the Bears, the Lions deserve credit for their performance. Now 11-1, Detroit has established itself as a legitimate contender in the NFC. Jared Goff continues to lead a well-balanced offense, while the defense, led by emerging stars, has become a formidable unit. Their ability to capitalize on opponents' mistakes and grind out tough wins underscores their growth under head coach Dan Campbell. Looking ahead, for the Bears, immediate changes are needed. Firing Eberflus would be a statement that the organization values accountability and is serious about turning the team around. As for the Lions, their sights are firmly set on securing the top seed in the NFC and preparing for a deep playoff run. Fan takeaway. Lions fans, how far do you think this team can go in the postseason? And Bears fans, do you agree it's time for a coaching change? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. If you're as passionate about the NFL as we are, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis. Your voice matters here. Let's hear it.